Hey everyone, Josh Galvin with Tizish.com. I'm doing my 100 billionth reply that me and John Ziamba are going back and forth, and I'm having a great time. I really am. I just love the fact that an agent and I are communicating, and I never met him before until this conversation, and we're just having a great time sharing information that I think everyone else will benefit from anyhow. So here's the point. I'm just going to dive right into it. I don't want this video to be an hour long like my other ones almost felt like they were. So I'll just dive right into your points. And my points are really scattered right now, John, because I'm supposed to be leaving right now with some friends to go somewhere, but I had them wait for me. So just real quick, I'm going to knock out some quick points that you addressed that I think were really good, that I want to just keep the conversation going. So I have some notes real quick from your video right now. So one of them, you mentioned you disagree with my SEO premise because it takes longer. It takes longer to achieve than getting a Facebook presence and all that stuff. But here's what I say to that. I agree. It does take longer to achieve. There's no doubt about that. SEO does take longer to achieve, but not that long. And I'm talking to you from someone that knows this SEO industry like the back of my hand, if that's even a good figure of speech. But I know this to the T where I won't even charge clients for it anymore. Let me give you one example. Maybe you haven't seen my other videos, but one of our clients in Beverly Hills, the keyword Beverly Hills real estate. His name is Christoph Chu. I met him last year at Tom Ferry's Success Summit, which was last August. We didn't end up working together until December, and January is when he actually started his marketing campaign. I just told him one thing. I said, Christoph, follow this exact plan, and I gave him an exact plan. Literally, I'm not exaggerating, an exact plan. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, all the way to Z. I said, follow this plan, and you're going to have a first page result. I don't ever give guarantees, and I'm not saying this to any other clients because I don't give guarantees, but I told him this because I knew he'd commit to it. And it took him only 6 months in one of the most competitive markets in not just the country, but in the world. Beverly Hills. We all know Beverly Hills. Most of us were conditioned watching that TV show, Beverly Hills 90210, right? So we all know Beverly Hills. Everybody does. It's a competitive field. He's now on the first page of Google. It took him 6 months, and now he's sticky on there. He's, I think, floating around position 5 to 7, but he did it all on his own, and he did it in 6 months, and he's still doing it. My goal is to get him to the #1 spot, which people say is quote-unquote impossible. Anytime people say that's impossible, I say they just don't really know SEO. Then plain and simple, there's no, I've seen it 1,000 billion times, and I'm giving you exaggerated numbers on purpose to exaggerate my point, but I've seen it so many times that people, especially in the real estate industry, maybe trainers say that because that's what they hear or something. I don't even know. But it's not impossible, and it doesn't take a year and a half. And just to get to your point, though, about about it taking forever and the fact that you could get more business from Facebook and so forth, I agree with you. But just like farming offline, farming takes just as long. And I know I keep writing that point, but it's true. If I was getting into the real estate business right now, and I'm talking about my offline business, I'm starting to farm. And I'm going to farm, and I expect to get 0 results for a year. But guess what's going to happen on year 2, and year 3, and year 4? It's going to be worth every little amount of time I ever invested in it. SEO is the same way. And I'm not saying SEO is a gold mine, because some people's markets are different. And I don't even really believe in the full long, I'm talking 10-year value of SEO, but I'm talking 4-year, 4, 5, 3-year vision. SEO is going to be important still. There's no way about it. So it does take long, but I think you're overestimating its toughness, or whatever word you want to use. Give me a thesaurus. I think you'll know what I mean, because there's a lot of misinformation in the industry. And a lot of the misinformation, I'll just be 100% real. A lot of the misinformation comes from companies selling SEO. It serves their ends. I'll just be 100% real. I don't sell SEO, so I'm just telling you guys straight out. Clients come to me about SEO. I say, great, follow my ABC plan religiously, and you're going to get the results. If you don't, then you're not. So I want to address that point about SEO. Go ahead and look it up on Google. By the way, Beverly Hills Real Estate. Go ahead and send him an email. He'd love to tell you the story. He was charged $32,000 prior to coming and meeting me. And I just laughed at the quote. I actually read the quote in my hands. $32,000 for the lamest things that they're saying that they're charging him for. I was like, Christoph, you could do this yourself. And he did. And so could every other agent. And it doesn't have to take a year. It doesn't have to take 8 years. It just could take 6 months, 9 months with focused work. So anyhow, though, the other item you mentioned I want to just get to real quick was about the long tail versus short tail. And on my keyword research video, I think you're referring to the one I did a couple days ago. I talked about, going. Well, I don't even really know what you're defining as long tail or short tail. That's another thing I want to address. The entire real estate industry, again, is so far disconnected from the real SEO industry that it drives me insane. And want to know why it drives me insane? It drives me insane for one very simple reason. They don't know what they're talking about. The real estate SEO industry is usually about like 90% wrong on what they're saying and what they're advocating. Or they're not wrong per se, but they're 3 months behind. And SEO is not something you can be 3 months behind. You have to be 3 months ahead to be effective. That's why the clients I work with, they're effective with their SEO. But just to get to the point of long tail versus short tail, I don't know if what you define as long tail, short tail. Here's what I define as short tail. The word real estate. Type in the word real estate on Google. That's a short tail. Type in the word Irvine, or name your city, Chicago, whatever your city is, New York, with the word real estate. So New York real estate, Chicago real estate, Irvine real estate. That is still short tail in my interpretation of it. Long tail is going to be something like real estate in Irvine near great schools. That's a long tail keyword. Now, I'm so happy to open this debate because that's actually one of my next videos I have scheduled to do this coming Monday. But I might as well just reference it real quick. That is the biggest myth the whole real estate industry is also holding up. They keep saying, focus on long tail, focus on long tail. And I'm sitting here scratching my head, and I'm like, do they even know what that means? I swear, I go to an SEO conference and show any SEO, I don't even like saying that word, show an SEO videos from real estate trainers or real estate industry people that talk about SEO, and they're going to laugh. And they're not going to laugh at them because they're like saying lies or because they're wrong. I'm not trying to be cruel or mean, but I'm trying to be real because I'm representing the agents that spend money on these items and then realize they got burned 3 months later. I don't like that at all. So they're going to laugh at that stuff because one thing, they're so off base. They don't know really what they're talking about because they're 3 or 2 months behind what's really happening in the SEO industry. So I would love to talk about long tail, short tail, and I hold to the word, and I have the proof in the pudding. I'll give you the example I named earlier with Christoph Chu in Beverly Hills Real Estate. With Thatch Wynn, who's going to be, I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to be on the first page of Google for the keyword Seattle real estate in the next few months. He only started 3 months ago. Let's watch what happens in 3 months, and I'm putting it onto the world right now. You're going to see what I mean. Just like I said with Christoph's, people that follow this plan religiously get the results. But long tail, short tail, real quick. I have 30 more seconds, then I'm done. I think focusing on long tail is the biggest mistake you could do for your main website's infrastructure. Because if you have a great authority, I don't even like saying that word in the SEO world, but if you have a great ranking website for a short tail phrase or for a phrase that is way hyper competitive, it becomes 1,000 times easier to start getting ranking for long tail. Long tail isn't even hard to rank for. So let's say I'm on the first page for Beverly Hills real estate. Getting on the first page of Google for Beverly Hills real estate and homes in the high end, I'm making up words, that's a long tail phrase. That's going to become instantly easy to get on the first page on, because the way the site is going to interlink to it, and the way the link juice is going to flow, the way the site already has authority for a short tail phrase is going to become way easier to get long tail phrase. So I'm with you, but I'm actually saying that you need to focus on short tail for creating a long-term business, and by focusing on the short tail and then by doing blog posts that focus on long tail, they actually feed each other. And this is where the real estate industry is way off. And I'm not even necessarily talking just to you right now, John. I think I'm talking to everybody else. I'm talking to all the trainers. I'm talking to all the so-called SEO experts. They're way off because they don't really get the relationship between the two. And if you don't agree with me, go to an SEO conference. Go talk to an SEO firm that is worth it. And I think you might change your mind, because they're all saying what I'm saying, and I'm just getting it from there and from my practice. So that's my thoughts. I mean, I hope we continue this debate. Let's definitely share this long tail, short tail. I'm going to have a video on it on Monday anyhow, giving you guys live examples. It's going to be a video not of my face, but of at least the screen. I'm going to show you guys live examples of all the stuff that I'm talking about. But I'm glad you opened up this conversation. This is going to be awesome for everybody watching this debate between us. And I'm actually pretty stoked that we got this going. I don't think you realize how excited I am, because I'm just stoked that you're showing the power of social media in terms of communication just by doing these videos, which everyone could learn a lesson from in a heartbeat. So anyhow, that's my response. Talk to you guys soon. Take care.